But to you as a news subscriber, a user, consumer, triple check it. Make sure that, can you verify it? Can you triangulate it? Do the sources that are quoted really stack up? If you click, hopefully there's a click through that you can go through and say, oh, this is the original person, this is what they originally said on the record. Does it make sense? Does it stack up? Now it makes it a little bit harder to consume news. You can't just read it and move.
Diligence, it's resist the urge to just follow the news outlets that they're most aligned with politically, and to continue to look at different sources of news, whether or not they agree with the presentation or the point of view that they feel is coming across, because that's how you maintain a broader understanding of the conversation around you and a better ability to judge whether the information you're seeing does have a bias, or at least identify what that bias might be so it can handicap the way you metabolize whatever it is you're being told.
If you stick with CNN or Washington Post or Wall Street Journal and maybe triangulate between all three, Wall Street Journal is a little bit more conservative leaning on the editorial side, New York Times is more liberal, but if you triangulate and you get the same kind of story from all those different perspectives, I think that you've got a good source, and certainly I trust trusted media outlets are going to do their job, are going to be checking and have real sources. And particularly if they're quoting real sources, like real people in government and real people on the ground, rather than quoting another media outlet or aggregating information, to me that's going to be a sign that it's much more credible.
Inside the newsroom, journalists are taught to have more than one source, more than one voice, to increase the chances of being fair and balanced in a story. We see the same thing with the audience. The audience needs to triangulate, needs to use more than one source to get their news, because the best checks and balances are made by the audience themselves.
Go to websites, participate with information that you value, and understand that your click does matter, that it does matter who you get your news from. Because if you're looking at an aggregation news story, go to the original news story. Read that instead, because to me that gives the credit to the journalist that was paid to go out and dig up the information and do the work, rather than somebody who's just getting clicks off of it and making ad dollars off of it.